know how God became invisible? Originally, there were actually two views of God in Israelite religion, Elohim and Yahweh. Some Israelites used to believe that Yahweh had a physical body.
It's alive! In the name of God, now I know what it feels like to be God.
While some Israelites, they identified God with being Elohim, and Elohim didn't have a physical body. You actually see this in Genesis chapter 2 and Genesis 1. In Genesis chapter 2, Yahweh makes Adam with his hands, and Yahweh, the Bible says, walks with Adam in the cool of the day. Adam and Eve hear Yahweh and they hide because they hear the sound of Yahweh walking. In Genesis chapter 1, Elohim is speaking the world into existence, and he's hovering above the waters. Because Yahweh and Elohim were two different views of God, if not two completely different gods altogether. And soon after, Yahweh and Elohim became fused together. Which is why when you go to verses like Exodus 33:20, and Yahweh says to Moses, "You can't see my face, but I'll show you my back." We have always taken that to be a metaphor, but that is not a metaphor, because Yahwehists used to believe that Yahweh had a body. But what happened was, when Yahweh and Elohim became fused together, now the once corporeal Yahweh became invisible. The concept of God being invisible, it evolved as these two concepts of Elohim and Yahweh came together. And that is how we now understand God to be invisible.
3 ancient facts about the Bible you can only learn from these books. The ancient Israelites used to believe in a flat earth. Above the earth was a solid dome, and inside of the dome were windows. This was called the firmament. When Genesis 1 verse 2 says, "The Spirit of God hovered over the waters," that isn't talking about the sea. That's talking about the waters ancient people thought were above the firmament. When Adam says to Eve she is bone of my bone and flesh of my flesh, the nation of Israel says those same words to King David in 2 Samuel 5 verse 1. Then all the tribes of Israel came to David at Hebron and said, "Behold, we are your bone and flesh." Want to learn more? Get the 3-volume set of Secrets of the Bible through the link in my profile.